Is Jell-O a liquid or a solid?
Jell-O's a liquid.
What are you talking about? It's a solid.
What do you mean? Jell-O's a liquid.
Have you seen Jell-O? Does it flow everywhere like your water?
Yes, it flows into the pan and it makes a perfect rectangular shape because it's a liquid.
And then when I take it out of the pan, guess what shape it's in? A solid, and it didn't float back into the blob.
I can't have this conversation right now.
How dare you insult me at my table?
This man is not an intellectual.
This man is clearly not intellectual. You are better intellectual than either of us.
He doesn't understand the basic principles of fluids.
You don't understand the basic principles of life, boy. Now tell me, is Jell-O a solid or a liquid?
It's a liquid.
It's a solid.
It's a liquid.
It's a solid.
Among neoclassical literature, Candide by Voltaire exemplifies many of the key neoclassical traits. The book follows the travels of a young philosopher named Candide, who undergoes a series of long and arduous adventures. He began his travels believing that the universe was responsible for creating the best possible outcome in every situation. As the book progresses and he undergoes worse and worse trials, ranging from being beaten to near death,
Okay, I'm helping them. Helping them. Oh.
to being burnt at the stake, he realizes that this philosophy is flawed. He begins to use rational thought and analyze situations for what they really are. The weaknesses of the government and the shortcomings of religion. Both have become flawed and weak as they have grown old without adapting to the needs of the modern times. At the very end of the book, he realizes that the best outcome is made by him making his own rational choices. Gulliver's Travels is another satire book that exemplifies many neoclassical ideas. This book focused more on the social aspect of it. The main character, Lemuel Gulliver, travels around the world encountering various outlandish societies that are meant to represent the various issues that were present in society. Among the many issues addressed was the issue of misogyny. This concept is attacked throughout the book by various different civilizations that each exemplifies a different problem with it. It is overall more negative compared to other rational books and expresses this in its tone.
For the neoclassicists, heroes were conservative, restrained people and had a serious self-control. They relied on logic over emotion to overcome different challenges. They were more focused on helping others than helping themselves. They gathered most of their meaning from order, government, and religion, and relied on logic. They were less superstitious, while still believing in having some religion.
The Enlightenment was a major cornerstone in the Neoclassical time period. It lived up to its name of the Age of Reason. New freedoms reigned as religion no longer was king. The Enlightenment harkens back to the 30 Years' War, beginning in 1618, when thinkers began to realize the futility of the war and conflict over religion. Reason and reasonable thinking began as people began to rely less on their senses, finding them faulty, otherwise turning away from empiricism, and instead turned to reason. Personal liberties arose as religion was questioned and new theories of skepticism blossomed even more. Things no longer were to be taken at face value, but instead were to be questioned. This goes hand in hand with the neoclassical idea that neoclassicists enjoyed so much, rational thinking.
The French Revolution was the product of the Enlightenment and rationalism. Following the American Revolution, the French people began to see frivolous spending and wrongdoings of the royal kingdom. Beginning in 1789, it fell perfectly in place with the neoclassical time period. French soldiers returning from the fight in America were changed with new ideas, eager to have liberty, equality, and brotherhood. Rational thinking ran rampant as the French ushered in a new era with Napoleon Bonaparte. Oui, oui.
Welcome to the election of 1800. Today we have two very special candidates for you, and let's hear what they have to say. First, we have Romantic Raisin.
Hi, I'm Romantic Raisin. I think we should look at the past and realize it's not that bad. It was pure and simple. If you vote for me, We'll watch birds, count flowers, and look at the sky together.
Alright, now let's hear it for our second candidate, Rocket Rationalist.
Hello, I'm the Rocket Rationalist, and I'm here to tell you I'm tired of hearing these other political parties spew their lies. Nature is bad. Look at all the great things we can do with science industrialization. We have gone further than we ever have in our society due to our guidance and our improvement in getting rid of nature. Nature was designed to die. We're designed to make it better through industry and science. Thank you. I don't think phones were in the 1700s, Kylie.
What is this, witchcraft?
What's witchcraft? How you brought
You're
you
about to get burned at the stake,
No,
Kylie.
we do not burn each other at the stake.